You all look pretty bright. Let's see if this one's working. Is it good?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Wow. Welcome to the light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's where we join. That's who we are. That's what we are. We put so much interference between us and the light, between the light and the one that's sitting right there and ourselves. So many ideas. When I look at somebody, I begin a story about them. I start in my mind telling myself who they are and what their relationship is to me, and it's all nonsense. Every single part of it. The experience of light. You are the divine, holy child of God. Namaste. The God in me acknowledges the God in you. And that is the whole story. And now I want to step out into the light of what that means in the world. I want to step into an experience of that in myself each and every moment. But if I'm not giving it to you, if I'm not allowing you to be the divine light that you are, I'm placing that which I tell you that you are, I'm placing that on me. That identification. I'm making myself in the image of my own ideas. We've been told that there's a light in us, a divine light, the Christ light, the second principle of unity is we all have that divine spark within us. And therefore, I am inherently good. I am inherently what God is. And that's hard for some people to fathom. That's hard for some people to understand. In fact, it's impossible for me to understand from my human perspective. So I need an experience. I need a different kind of experience to show me what the light is. So what I want to do today is look at what is the light? How can I get in touch with that light? And once I'm connected to it, how can I bring it forth into the world? What am I doing right now to bring it forth into the world? I used to put a sign on my door. And so before I went out of the house in the morning, it says, "What are you doing today to bring more light into the world?" That was the reminder, the question that I asked myself before I went out the door. And if I was rushing out the door to go do all these things and forgot the purpose for which I was doing them, I would sit down and I would take 5 or 10 or 20. And I didn't care if I was late for work. I didn't care. I was going to sit there and remember, what am I going to do today to bring more light into the world? So what is this light? Any ideas? Anybody? What is this light? God! Good one. Very good one. God. Anything else? Love?
Love.
That's the easiest one. And we love each other. Love?
Spirit.
Spirit.
Compassion.
Compassion. Compassion brings to light.
Creation.
Creation. Very good. You guys are awesome. Creation. Anything else?
Bliss.
Bliss. Wow, when you're joyful, when you're blissful, what is coming out of you? What is extending from you? The light. I call it vibration. Light is also energy. It's a vibration of energy. When you're in that bliss, the vibration coming out from you is amazing. And some people can see it. They look at you, they can see it. I can see it. I could see it when you walked in the door, in that smiling face, in those bright eyes. And I can also see it when you got a lot of thoughts going on, because your eyes don't go much further than here. But when your eyes are actually looking out into the universe, looking really at people, looking for the light in you, I'm extending the light. I'm a mirror for that bliss within you, that divinity in you. So how do we get in touch with that when we forget? We have all kinds of techniques, but what's at the core? What's at the core of every technique of getting in touch with our light, with our breath.
The breath.
With God. Well, that's good. Breath. So it's movement and flowing of the energy. Okay.
Silence, stillness.
That's pretty much the foundation of it, isn't it? Breathing in the silence. Stillness. What else?
Knowing that God is in your heart.
Knowing that God is in your heart. So we got three beautiful things. We are breathing, so we're living it. We're in the silence, so we're living in a different kind of space. We're not living in the thoughts that we tend to think, our conceptual thoughts. We're living in the silence. And when we're doing that, we're having a connection, an experience of knowing. I like that, knowing that God is in our hearts. So God is knowing that it is in our hearts, is an understanding. Charles Fillmore, in the 12 Powers of Man, did not have a power of light. And I kept thinking, where is the power of light? In all these 12 powers, and I thought, okay, it's when all the 12 powers within me are vibrating in harmony, I am the light. The Course in Miracles says, seek for light and learn that you are light. But in order to learn that you are light, you must learn from a teacher who knows of light and therefore can teach it. Because I can't learn of light through concepts. It's an experience that I must have. I can't give you my experience, but we have a shared experience when we join in that light. I can't explain it. It's the hardest thing to explain. I've been reading this wonderful book by Emily Cady, Lessons in Truth. And it's like the third time that I've read it. She's amazing. And she says something about this. The connection between universal mind and our own individual minds is the most difficult thing to put into words. But once it dawns on you, it is easily seen. So I can't explain it really to you, but you will see it. It will be mirrored. You will see it in me. But what you will see in me is what is in you. And it's amazing. It's an amazing thing that happens. And in order to see it, like our daily word, we need revelation. What you want is a revelation of truth in your own soul. That's what I want. The revelation of truth in my own soul. It brings me greater understanding. And that will never come through reading all of these books. You have to seek light from the spirit of truth within you. Let the same mind be in you that was in Christ Jesus. This is the universal mind. All the arguments in the world to convince you against the truth that comes to you through direct revelation will fall flat and harmless at your side. Spirit does not give opinions about the truth. It is the truth. It reveals itself. It's not an opinion. It's a direct experience of truth. I love it. And this is our relation to God. Each one of us is a radiating center. We are a radiating center. So I want to remind myself, but I want us to remind ourselves together. I am a radiating center of divine light. Can we say that together?
I am a radiating center of divine light.
Let that sink into your consciousness. Now quietly to yourself. I am a radiating center of divine light. Once more. I am a radiating center of divine light. Whenever you're in doubt about what your purpose is, or when you're in doubt about what your relationship is to anyone or anything, or what your job here is on earth, repeat that one sentence to yourself. I am a radiating center of divine light. And I think that is the key to getting in touch with this light. to having this experience. To have this experience be something that doesn't come and go, but is a constancy in our life. And once we're connected to this experience, how can we bring it forth into the world? By this kind of gathering. By all the gatherings that you attend. By every relationship you have when you enter into a spiritual experience. That's why we meditate together. Meditation is amazing by yourself, but it somehow seems magnified when I get in the group. Somehow that connection of light brings forth an experience, and I feel the other minds in the room. I feel your mind in this room right now. I feel the light of your mind. That's what I feel. And it's a feeling experience. It goes beyond the five senses. It's when all the 12 powers of you are vibrating in harmony. So we could call the light the 13th power. It's the ultimate power. It's actually not a power, but it is the power itself. It isn't so mysterious. It's not a mysterious state that takes lifetimes to achieve. It means simply just being in the light, just doing it now. I make a decision to be in the light. Here I am. I'm in the light. Light's an experience, but it's not just an experience of being in the light. It's an experience of being the light. And I know a lot of you have begun this journey of being the light. For so long we've sought experience out there. We've sought to bring the light into us, but it's what we are already. In the revealing word, Charles Fillmore calls the light the illumination of spirit resident in the center of everyone's being. The illumination of your spirit. It's already there. It's in the center of your being. It's time to start paying attention to what's already in there. Pay attention to it. Give it your full attention. Give it your full dedication, your full commitment. And let it do the work. Never worry about how or when. Just worry about what you're doing. Connect with that light. This is what I'm doing. This is my dedication. Everything else will take care of itself. And we call that a miracle. When things just start to happen. Like synchronicities that you can't explain. All over the place. Every day another miracle, and another miracle. And you can't possibly be in control of that. But something within you is connected to the source of all being, and that's what's in control of all of it. It knows. That divine spirit within, the thing that we've always prayed to, that's what we are. So instead of praying to God, we're going to pray as God. We're going to be the divine being that we were created to be. Jesus had a great way to teach us this. He first demonstrated it and said, I am the light of the world. In John, he said, I am the light of the world. He who follows me will never walk in darkness. And what he meant by following me, following him, was following the example. Not trying to interpret his teachings, but following the example. Not trying to figure out what is the light. Be the light. I don't know how to, of course you don't know how to be the light, but you already are it. And it will come to you exactly what you need to do to bring forth the divine spirit that you are. You don't have to worry about it. It's just like flowing with the current down the river of life. So he said, I am the light of the world. And then the next thing he said, you are the light of the world. And that takes away all of the idolatry. Because all of a sudden, following him means I have to be like him. When I see someone sick, I'm going to go and heal them. When I see a lack, I'm going to provide the abundant spirit that's going to create prosperity in this situation. And I'm going to do it by the fact that I am the one standing here. I'm going to follow in the footsteps of my way-shower because I don't really have the choice to not be the light. You've tried to not be the light. Look at where it's brought you. Confusion, sickness, pain, doubt, accumulation, hurting others, perpetuation of a species that's fighting with itself and trying to kill its own planet. That's all because you've denied your own identity as the divine light, connected to the source of all light. You are the light of the world. And all you have to do is be a mirror of that light for everyone else. I said a couple of weeks ago, I love working with party animals. Because we're partying in the light. We love to extend the light. We love to be alive. So my party is in the light. I love it because it's spontaneous and it's giving and it's creative. And it's a party. It's an adventure. How much bliss can you hold and give away? How much happiness can you receive and be? I love it because I've often thought the spiritual path is this. How happy can I get? Really? How much joy can I feel? How much abundance can I receive? How much bliss can I feel? Just try that. Try doing just a whole day of nothing but getting happy. And staying happy. And being happier. Each and every moment. And letting it, try it for a whole day. Just one whole day. Just remind yourself, God's will for me is
Perfect happiness.
Perfect happiness. See how much you can receive. Don't try to do anything that day. Just receive. Just be happy. Just see how much joy and love you can receive and how much bliss you can be in. Just for one whole day. I guarantee you'll never go back. What are you going to complain about then? So this party I'm talking about is the sharing of that vibration. That's what I'm talking about, the adventurous spirit. And I'm so grateful that you're here in this place because I feel it's very important to have a spiritual center. This place of light, this place where we come to raise the vibration of ourselves is raising the vibration of human consciousness. And if you're not seeing it, it's because that's not what you're focusing on. When you focus on how much people are waking up, that's what you're going to see everywhere, and that's what you will attract to you. Stop trying to fix the problem. Focus on the solution. That's our direction for all the prayer ministers now, all the prayer chaplains and the prayer team. Focus on the solution, not on the problem. So we join together in meditation, we join together in all these experiences to enhance our awareness of the light. It seems to be magnified when we're together. This vibration is actually raised exponentially by our joining together. Because it's not just here in the space that I'm filling with this body and the space you're filling with that body, but it includes the space between us. And so that vibration now is spreading out to every place in the world. You wonder how that can be true. Just think of that. When I get on the phone, or if you pray with Patricia on the phone and you're in some other state or in some other country, or if we do a seminar online, we realize, wow, there's all these people and they're like 10,000 miles away. We're joined in the Spirit. And the space between us is filled with light. And so it's going around the world. And sometimes we have the same wonderful experiences with people as if we're in the same room. And all it is an acknowledgement that we are one, that we are together. Even though our bodies are not together, we are together. We cannot be separate. But we we do want to keep this connection going. We want to keep very cognizant of the light in each of us. It's not going to help you or anyone if you hide your light. So my friends, shine your light. Don't hide it under a bushel. If you can remember one thing from today's message, remember that one thing that we said together. That I am a radiating center of divine light. Can we say that one more time together?
I am a radiating center of divine light.
Amen.
Amen.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass. And visit us online at www.unityoncapecod.org.